Hare Krishna. My name is Baylee. I'm from the Boston Temple. Growing up, I lived in Georgia, Pennsylvania, New York, then Massachusetts. I had a very religious family, more or less. My family is Christian though, and there are just certain things about that didn't add up and explain everything for me personally, and there were just still like a lot of questions I had about life. And through my searching, I came in contact with ISKCON and Krishna consciousness, and ever since then I've just been relishing like complete bliss and just ecstasy. There's a lot of things in the material hankering, like in this material world, that are unsatisfying, and no matter how much we try to like pursue these things, we either are left unsatisfied and also we're left with more desires, or one or the other, and we never reach entire satisfaction through these types of endeavors. So right now we're in New Vrindavan because the Boston Temple, and as well as the Brooklyn Temple, and some devotees from other places in the US as well, we all came here for a retreat to relish the temple here, to relish the devotees here, to relish the Goshala, and just all this beautiful surroundings and pastimes that have taken place here since Srila Prabhupada's times, and as well as Radhanath Maharaj, Kirtanananda Maharaj. They've all had a lot of interesting things happen here over the years, and I think it's very important for devotees to get a taste of this bliss. Without these types of things, there's no real purpose of life. I'm sure the other devotees will all agree, you know, before Krishna consciousness, life seemed to not really have much substance. There was no real reason for living. We were kind of just going through the motions of life and more or less doing what our peers thought we should do and what our family thinks we should do. And at the end of the day, it's not their lives, it's ours. So I think it's important for people to take that jump and like find what is actually like real to them and like in their soul, not just like in a physical means. If you can go deep within your soul and find these things, then you'll be having no more worries in your life, and you'll actually understand what the purpose of living and the purpose of your life is. So I think coming to New Vrindavan has been a great experience. It's supposed to be the replica of the Holy Dham, and it is a Dham in itself. So it's a beautiful place they have here. They have the peacocks walking around. They have the Goshala where you can milk the cows and take part in that beautiful transcendental pastime of the Lord. And the deities here are also wonderful. The temple has many deities that you can relish the beauty of all of them. Lord Jagannath, Baladev, Suraja, the Swamis are here. The main altar has Nitai Gaura and Radha Krishna and Gopinathji, and then also Narasimha Dev is here as well. And the temple hall is one of the most beautiful temple halls I've ever seen, as well as the Palace of Gold has a beautiful temple room, and the study, everything there for Prabhupada. It's just amazing to see what these devotees have done, just out of pure devotional service and just out of trying to please Krishna and please their spiritual master. So I think it's a beautiful place, you know. They've done so much here, and the devotees here have quite a large community of devotees. They're all very dedicated and very eager to serve and do any kind of devotional service possible, and they just want to take care of each other and serve their lordships. So for me, it's been a great experience, and I would recommend anyone to come to New Vrindavan and take time here and enjoy and relish the pastimes and relish the bliss and ecstasy of the Lord. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, great. So one question, son, you have, you know, on your neck necklace or Radha, what is the reason? Can you say something more about that you are wearing?
Yeah. For me, I'm wearing...
And can you show me once again what's this? Yes.
Okay, yeah, it's right here. So I'm wearing this because in order to attain Krishna's mercy, we have to go through his association, the people he's associated with, and Radharani is his closest associate, is his closest divine lover, and if we can please Radharani, then we'll be given Krishna, you know. And Radharani is, I relish Radharani so much because she serves Krishna in such a way that he wants to serve her. Everyone wants to serve Krishna, but she serves him and gives him such divine bliss that he wants to actually do service for Radharani as well. So I think Radharani is the perfect role model of how everyone should be when they just want to do devotional service. And without her, there's really no mercy. Radharani gives the real mercy, you know.
Great. So one more questions. What is the problem of the youth now? In the universe.
Yeah, there's a lot of problems. I think one thing is nowadays people are so wrapped up in. I mean, now we have the internet, so people are wrapped up in many things going on the internet, and from these, like, a lot of desires are born. We grew up in the U.S. where everyone is attracted to physical things, whether it's association of the opposite gender or whatever. I feel it really runs a toll on people's minds. They get so involved in thinking they need all of these things, and then once they have them, they're never satisfied after the fact. And they constantly want to be doing these things for sense gratification, and the basic teaching is, we want to be the enjoyer, and that's what so many people try to do. They try to enjoy and relish without the Lord, and they try to relish these things for their own material pleasures, which can give you happiness, but it's also going to give you a lot of sadness, but it's never going to give you the bliss. Like, the bliss is a completely different thing, and from these material things, you're never going to get bliss. And I think that's the real issue, is so many people have so many desires, and as people attain their desires, then they think that they'll be satisfied, but they just end up having more and more desires, and it just starts to roll and gets out of control. And I think another issue is these principles aren't taught to people at a young enough age, so they get deep into material conditioning by the time they're in their 20s or 30s or however old they are when they get into Krishna consciousness. They've been living through these material modes of nature for so long that it becomes a lot more difficult to pull them out of Maya. And I think if we could reach out to people at a younger age, it'd be very beneficial, as well as I love kirtaning personally, and I think kirtan is lets people relish the bliss. If you can show them that, then it maybe will give them a little kickstart in getting into Krishna consciousness. Because for me, as soon as you hear kirtan, you're just in bliss that you would not know otherwise. It's something that you never can experience in any other thing. So I think that there's just a lot of issues, yeah, but I think we have the tools. I know we have the tools through Krishna consciousness to make them all go away for anyone who wants to genuinely seek these blissful and ecstatic experiences. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you very much.
Yeah.